Hey YouTube, I'm gonna start off this video with, or do this video on the equipment that I have. Scotty Rock Train was asking about the equipment. So here to start off, we have a 494A John Deere planter. A lot of people say corn planter, but you can change the plates to beans, corn, whatever you want. So right now it's on beans, so we gotta change that to corn for next year. As you can see, we got the hitch folded up, so we got the combine in here. But this planter I bought on an auction. When we bought it, we were at our last bin. The guy gave up finally, so then we got it at the highest we were gonna pay for it. So, which I do not remember the price off the top of my head right now, but let's say it was a little more than $200. I don't know, $200. But not a bad planter. I got a lot of plates with it, metal, plastic. It's got the fertilizer, not the fertilizer, but all the insecticide or whatever you want to put on, all that stuff. It's got all the chains too, so you can hook all those gears up to the wheel and all that. So, it still has beans in it from this year. I never got it cleaned out. There's not that much left in it because 3 rows right now of beans, so there's only one seed box here with beans in it still. So, but otherwise, yeah, it's a nice planter. It's got the markers, the chain that goes all the way to there. We don't have the thing that hooks up, so when you turn it, flops down or whatever. Next, the combine, which most of you know already if you watched my videos before. Got this 5 hours away from here. Pulled it all the way home. Guy before us put new wheel bearings in it, and so we just pulled it home. Otherwise, yeah, we blew one tire, but that's because the one tire that blew was always on the rumble line, because this is sticking out towards traffic, so you gotta go over the rumble line and all that a lot. So that, it was still holding the air when it blew, but the tread came off. It was down to the wire. So this combine is in pretty good condition for its age and all that. If you probably already know that, but not much to tell about it. It's 1950s, 49. So, nice combine. Hopefully next year it runs. Planning on putting a starter in it, so we don't have to crank it. It will go right in there, but it's dark, you can't see it. But yeah, the plan is to go in there. So, this combine, when we got it, had sat in the shed for most of its life. After it sat in the shed, the guy that had it either passed away or had an auction, and he sold, and it got sold to the guy that we bought it from. And after this was sitting in a granary for most, or corn crib, one of the two, for most of its life, that fell in on it right here for some reason. But they had all the wood off, and they started repainting it. And then the guy that I bought it from had it sitting outside for a year. So we're lucky we got it when we did, because it probably would have had more problems if it would have sat out for another year. But so that's the story on this one. So next is in here. So this is pretty much my part of the barn. Started off here with my corn picker that I got that was sitting in a corn crib also. And then the guy I bought it from cleans out sheds and all that, and he found this in there, and he scraps stuff, he says, but he likes to, when he finds stuff whole like this, to sell it. So this one is probably from 1939, somewhere in there, because it is gray, so it's made for the 9N. It could be even earlier than that. Don't hold me to that one. This corn picker still has its graphics, which is awesome. It says Woodboro Threshing Co. If you can't see that quite the best because it's rusted out. But this corn picker, when I got it, it was in such good condition that all I had to do was grease it and put a belt on it, and it ran. As you can see, there is a hole there though. We use it with the hole. It doesn't really cause any problems. I mean, you lose a piece of corn once in a while, but that's about it. This corn picker is just, I can't believe the condition it's in. It's so nice. And as you can see, it's still got this little sticker that would have probably rusted off, and which is nice. This corn picker is missing its shields for all the stuff, but I couldn't complain in the condition it's in. You seen that one I got now, it's pretty bad, so on to the next. We'll start off with the Lister over here. This is a Ferguson Lister, made for the 9N also. It doesn't have plates, otherwise I would use it. And it doesn't have the discs that pull the dirt back in after you plant the seed. They would go right on this rod right here, and then they'd be like little discs that pull the dirt back in. But these ain't the original wheels on the wheels, or whatever you want to call them, on the back. But otherwise, it's pretty close to original. It had a fertilizer thing right here, bar that you can see. That bar got taken off. I still have it, but it only had one box, so, and it was pretty rusted out. I still have it. It's made for this, so that's why I kept it. This one I got in a group package, so this one I just got running not too long ago. It was, the bars all rusted out, and I finally decided to just heck with it, get it working. So it works now, and so get some plates for it, and we'll use it. Gotta find plates first though. In here, the Dearborn Scoop 3-point goes in the back of your tractor, and you drive over and you drop it with a 3-point, pick it up, and you use the lever right here to dump. I got this one off an auction also, pretty cheap, $75 or something like that, so that was nice. Next we got the 4B John Deere corn sheller. Got this on an auction that was wasn't advertised very well, so it sold pretty cheap. And cheap, I mean I got for like $110 for this thing. So we bought the belt on the same sale for like $25, $10, I don't know. The only thing that was missing on it was the little rods that hold it up. So right now we got some chain holding it up. That might get changed soon. So next we have I think it's a Ferguson. Alright, yeah. Oh, yeah, Ferguson cultivator digger. It's got digger shanks is what we call them, little shovels or whatever. This one I got with the Lister when I bought it. So, you see those little things that like this come straight up like that? Those would have a bar that would go all the way to the front of your tractor and hook on the front of the axle of your Ford tractor, so that would like keep it straight so it wouldn't move too much. So that's what those are for. I've never really found the attachment rods that go all the way to the front. Never found those before, so. Next we got, well, I'll go around, but we got start in the back. We'll start with the little plow I got. This was part of the package deal with the Lister and the digger that I got, so the little plow is in these. That little plow in the back. That one, no scraper blade on the back for the little wheel. No, I forget what they're called now. Gosh, little disc things that go. I just remembered. Now I forgot. Well, anyways, whatever goes right there in that little hole again. I forgot. Doesn't have those. Doesn't have the scrapers. So it's just. I have never used it. I just got it and it's been sitting here ever since. Next plow we got is this one. This is the one I've used the most because it's the only one I've ever used. This one works fine. It just, when we bought it with the first tractor I bought, which I'll tell you that later. The bearings and the coulters, there we go. Coulters were just redone right before we bought it. So this one's got the scraper on the back, if I remember right. Yeah. This one just missing the scraper for the coulters, so otherwise it's a pretty good plow, and it works very well except for this, that they painted the plow bottoms before we got it, so I'm trying to get the paint off. Next we got the tripwire planter, Dearborn. Never knew they made tripwire for it until I found it. This one was also part of the package deal when I bought the plow and the digger and the lister. This is the last of it. Got 4 items. I never knew they made tripwire for this, but I bought it when I found it. I was pretty surprised that they did, and that's the original tripwire. That's how I bought it. He said that's how he bought it from the owner, so that's that. I've never used a planer. I think this one's got the plates in it, unlike my lister. All the tripwire I went to another auction. I bought some tripwire and stuff like that. Those are extra parts for I think a Farmall planter, but it's got some parts that I need that'll work on this, like what trips the wire, or when the wire that's knotted goes by and hits it. And where the little fingers or forks or whatever. This one's on here, but the one over here is broken off, so I don't have that. So I bought the parts over there, but I don't know don't quote me on that one, but I think it's from a Farmall planter, because when I bought it, it's from a Farmall guy, so that was a long time ago when I bought that. I got 3 rolls. 2 of them are on spindles, and that one's not, so we'll just find another up there, the extra like forks and stuff like that, so. Next on the agenda is the disc plow, which goes at an angle, as you can see. This one, pretty nice disc plow, except for whoever painted it green. Nothing to complain about on this one. I like it. Only thing is I tried it out this summer. I never got any video of it, but it walks on me too much, so I need some stabilizer bars, which I do not have any of those that go from under the fender, so I need to look for some of those yet. Because I have ones that go from the third point down, but then you can't raise your equipment with that, so that's for just like the hitch attachment or whatever. Next we got the blade or whatever. Blade, this came with the first tractor I bought too, which was with that plow. Used it once, green our driveway, and then has never been used again. It's official Dearborn plow, so it's our blade and works fine. The only thing, whoever had it before us added a hitch on the back, as you can see. Otherwise, it's a pretty original. It's got red paint on the other side. It has a Dearborn sticker, which I don't know. We'll see. If you can see that. No, you probably can't see that. So, anyways, yeah, this is one that's got the most red paint on it. One piece of equipment, except for that tripwire planer. Otherwise, it's a pretty good blade. Next, we got the Dearborn digger cultivator, whatever you want to call it. This one's got little chisel plow shanks, or shovels is what I call them. This one doesn't have the stabilizer bars, so this one would not be used for cultivating. That's that. So that'll probably be the end of this one. Next one will be about the tractors, so hold on. That'll be coming soon.